So as we all know, on the 23rd of April, April 23, 2022, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, will be defending his WBC heavyweight title against Dillian Whyte. He's mandatory. They'll be fighting over at the Wembley Stadium in front of 90,000 fans. And fight will be shown live on ESPN pay-per-view here in the States, BT Sport box office in the UK. They recently announced the card for this event. Card will include the likes of Lowe versus Ball, Tommy Fury versus Boshiansky, Caceres and Romero. And yeah, it's not the best card, but the main attraction is the Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte fight. Now, if you guys don't know, Dillian Whyte hasn't really been involved in this fight too much. He hasn't really talked trash or anything. He hasn't really done any interviews or what have you. He hasn't really been. He's been being low key about this fight. He's not doing anything. It's mind games. I don't know, but it makes you wonder: is he serious about this fight? Is he gonna go out and even show up for this fight? Because they didn't really announce the undercard until just recently, until yesterday actually. They just finally announced the card with less than 20 days away from the fight. They announced the rest of the card. So it creates some doubt about this event taking place. And Frank Warren was recently interviewed by Seconds Out. Shout out to Seconds Out for the interview. And I'm not going to play the interview, obviously, but if you want to see it, go to Seconds Out's channel. But basically, Frank Warren talked about how there is a replacement just in case Dillian Whyte pulls out on this fight. Frank Warren didn't specifically say who is, who's the standby opponent to replace Dillian Whyte just in case Whyte pulls out. But I have a good guess on who. And by the way, he said that he didn't specifically say that Dillian Whyte is actually gonna pull out of the fight. He's just saying that just in case he actually does. I'm still hoping it happens, man. I'm still hoping this fight happens. I'll be really pissed if Dillian Whyte pulls out of this fight. After all the talk over the years of wanting to fight for a world title, he pulls out. Like, just imagine that. I'll be pissed at Dillian Whyte. But it's right now no news about pulling out. It looks like it's still happening. But if he does pull out, who do you guys think is that opponent that Frank Warren is talking about? I have a good guess on who it is, actually. And my guess is this man right here, the Juggernaut, Joe Joyce. Right now, he is in talks to fight Joseph Parker. And actually, they should announce that fight soon because they're talking about that fight taking place in June. But I guess they're just waiting for the Tyson Fury fight first to see how that will play out. And I think Joe Joyce is that secret replacement fighter. It's the only one that makes sense. He's a big enough name for the UK fight fans to tune in and go watch. And, watch live in person and watch on pay-per-view. He's a Brit also. He's from the UK. So it just makes sense that Joe Joyce... And he works with Frank Warren. It's the easiest, biggest fight that you can make right now that can replace Dillian Whyte last minute is Joe Joyce, realistically speaking. And yeah, I actually like this fight. I actually like Tyson Fury versus Joe Joyce. I think it's a good fight. So, if Dillian Whyte pulls out, I'd be pissed at him, but, it's his loss. And it would be a big opportunity for Joe Joyce if Joe Joyce is that secret standby opponent. Another standby opponent, if it's not Joe Joyce, I have another one in mind. And it's the fighter that Joe Joyce knocked out, stopped a couple years ago. And that fighter is Daniel Dynamite Dubois, Triple D. Still young. Yeah, it will be a big opportunity for him, of course. But it's another fight that makes sense because he works with Frank Warren and Queensberry Promotions. He is a top contender as well. Even though he lost to Joe Joyce, he's still a top contender. He's also a Brit, from the UK. So the British fight fans will still tune in to watch this fight. And I don't know, just that idea of thinking about Dillian Whyte backing out just boggles my mind. Like, why would he? Like, I don't know why he's not even participating in the press conference. I know he's trying to play mind games and all that. Just imagine him not showing up at the fucking weigh-in. If he doesn't show up in the weigh-in, then yeah, yeah, they're gonna, yeah, that would piss me off. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. It's great. Let me see how people react to that video. Let me see some comments. People saying great interview. Yeah, go check out the interview if you haven't yet. You know, a lot of people say about this and that about Frank Warren, about how he has fish eyes and all that, but you know, at the end of the day, he's a pretty good promoter. He's been around for a long time. Frank only rolls his shoulders. He never rolls over. LOL. If you guys want to see the interview again, go check out Seconds Out here on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts and comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.